Hi, I'm Senator Malcolm Roberts, and I'm with Lenny Smith, who's a strawberry farmer here in the Glasshouse Mountains, as you can see, and Graham Campbell, our candidate for the state election in the seat of Glasshouse. Lenny, how long have you been strawberry farming?
I've been farming strawberries all my life, but came on the farm when I was 15, so yeah, 30 years now. Yep.
And Lenny is outstanding because he's got really sound business principles. He understands the basics. Can you tell us something, though, about how the farming community is affected by the farms and what we need to do to protect farming communities?
Oh, I think the biggest thing with farming is that we need to make sure we've got markets to sell our fruit and have opportunities to keep moving our product. And one of the other things is that we've got to make sure that we've got stability around those subjects, such as labour at the moment, which is very vital.
And we've got to have a sensible business environment, things like regulations, taxation, energy pace. It's got to be the basics. That's what you're really suffering from. The basics have been destroyed in our country.
Absolutely. All the inputs that we've got into farming have really taken its toll on us. They're all going up. Costs are not monitored as well as we'd like to see them monitored, and there's certain factors around all those inputs that I think we could improve.
So Lenny, tell us, where do your pickers come from?
So most of our pickers are of Asian background. So we have got a lot of Koreans, Taiwanese, Thai workers, some Cambodians, Vietnamese. They're very good workers, very efficient, but we have a lot of European workers here at the moment, and only a sprinkling of Aussie workers, but mostly Asian workers.
And why do you think the Asian workers are so good at what they do?
Look, they just seem to have the right attitude. They come to work and they know that they've got to perform, which is how they get paid. We've got a contract or a piece rate way of paying people. So harder they work and more that they put out, the more they get paid.
Right, and that brings me to the next point. There's talk about you can make a lot of money or you don't make as much money as you're told
you
can make. So explain that to me.
Well, it's just simple. When someone says that they can make $3,000 a week, it's rare. There's a few gun workers that can do it, but it's very rare. I would say that on my farm that it probably nearly never happens, but certainly in the high 2000s or mid 2000s for really, really good workers. There is a lot of hours attached to that to make that sort of work happen too, but they're doing a lot of volume and a lot of kilos more than the average person would do. But the average wage, yes, look, good average workers will make their $1,000, maybe even $1,500 a week if they're in that average spectrum. And yes, there is some people that do earn low money, but literally, put down your iPhone and go to work and and don't distract yourself and go for it. You can certainly make a good wage.
And my last question, Lenny, would be, where do you see opportunity in the industry?
Look, the biggest problem we've got is oversupply at certain times of the year, and August, September are 2 months that we have a massive glut of strawberries. It's self-inflicted though. We plant a lot of berries and we've got to learn to either find another home for them or learn to cut down the amount that we've got that time of year. So being a farmer and with business, you don't like to see anything get ploughed in the ground. So Asia, export, is where I think the opportunities are, and those 2 months in particular are quite frantic for us, and we do start to get some really bad returns because we just flood the market. So yeah, that and waste product, anything that could help us put into a jam or a juice, that would help heaps.
So extra processing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So the thing I like about Lenny is the fact that he's very, very positive but realistic. He's not whinging. He's just telling out the facts, and he actively gets on top of these problems. So that's what we need in Australia. People who come up with solutions.
Yes, absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. So we've got to wake up every morning and say to ourselves, where are the problems? And once you face the ones that you're creating yourself, it makes everything a lot clearer and a lot simpler.
Well, people don't know this, but back around 100 to 120 years ago, Australia had the #1 per capita income in the world. We've got the people, we've got the resources, we've got the opportunities, we've got the potential. We need to get back to that. We need to get government the hell out of the way.
We need to build a time machine.
Thank you, Lenny.
Thanks, Lenny.